For the next 24 hours, I gave artificial intelligence complete control over my life. What to eat, what to work on, when to rest, even when to stop thinking. And somewhere in the middle of the experiment, I realized something terrifying. Most people think artificial intelligence will change the future. But the truth is, it's already changing the human mind. We wake up and immediately consume information. Notifications, algorithms, infinite scrolling. Our attention is constantly being fragmented, and after a while, we stop noticing it. Every platform is fighting for our focus. Every app is designed to keep us engaged. And slowly, our ability to think deeply disappears. Meanwhile, all these distractions are taking control over you and those around you. What would happen if I stopped making decisions for an entire day and allowed AI to optimize everything instead? My schedule, my work sessions, my meals, my breaks, everything. I asked artificial intelligence to design the most efficient version of my day possible. No distractions, no wasted time, no impulsive decisions, just pure optimization. And honestly, at first, it sounded almost peaceful. The day started earlier than usual. No phone, no social media, no random dopamine hits. Just silence. The AI instructed me to immediately begin a focused work session after waking up. And strangely, my mind felt calmer than normal. Without constant decisions, there was less mental friction, less noise. It felt like my brain could finally breathe again. The AI had already planned the rest of the morning. Deep work, a short walk, water, protein, back to work. No overthinking, no what should I do next? Just execution. At first, it felt robotic, almost uncomfortable, like I was giving away control. But after a few hours, something unexpected happened. The AI wasn't forcing me to do anything. It was simply removing friction. And because of that, I stopped questioning my own behavior. The system worked perfectly. Too perfectly. Every moment became optimized for output, for efficiency, for performance. But human beings were never designed to function like machines. We need randomness, emotion, imperfection. And somewhere between all the structure and optimization, the day began to feel emotionally empty. At first, I ignored it because technically everything was improving. My work was cleaner, my focus was sharper, my habits were finally consistent. It looked like I had become the best version of myself. But internally, something felt missing. There were no spontaneous moments anymore. Every action had a purpose. Every hour had a function. And slowly, life started feeling less like an experience and more like a perfectly organized checklist. That's when I noticed the silence again. But this time, it felt different. Not peaceful, empty. The AI had removed distractions so effectively that it also removed the small imperfections that made me feel human. That's when I understood something important. Artificial intelligence is not dangerous because it thinks like humans. It's dangerous because humans are slowly beginning to think like machines. We optimize everything now: sleep, productivity, calories, attention. But optimization alone does not create meaning, and maybe that's the part we're forgetting. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized this wasn't just about technology, it was about us. Somewhere along the way, we started treating our lives like systems to optimize instead of experiences to live. Every moment became measurable. Every hobby needed a purpose. Every second needed to be productive. Even rest became performance. Meditation to work better. Sleep to produce more. Exercise to maximize output. Nothing existed simply because it felt good anymore. And maybe that's why so many people feel exhausted all the time. Not physically, existentially. Because deep down, humans don't just need efficiency. We need meaning, connection, wonder. We need moments that make no sense on paper but somehow become the best memories of our lives. The late night drive with no destination. The conversation that lasts until sunrise. The random decision that changes everything. A machine would call those moments inefficient. But those moments are what make us human. And maybe the real danger of artificial intelligence isn't that it will replace humanity. It's that humanity might willingly abandon the messy, imperfect parts of itself just to become a little more optimized. That night, I finally understood the difference between a perfect life and a meaningful one. And for the first time in weeks, I left my phone on the table, walked outside, and let myself disappear into a moment that served absolutely no purpose at all. The experiment made me more productive, but it also made me realize how easy it is to surrender control of our minds. Maybe the future won't be controlled by artificial intelligence. Maybe it will be controlled by humans who stop thinking for themselves. And honestly, that future might already be here. The strange part is, most people wouldn't even notice it happening because it doesn't look dangerous at first. It looks convenient, personalized recommendations, automated decisions, algorithms that know what you want before you do. Everything becomes smoother, faster, more efficient, and little by little, you stop choosing. You just follow what to watch, what to buy, what to think, what to care about. The system removes friction so well that eventually you stop questioning the direction it's taking you. And that's the part that unsettled me the most. Not the intelligence of the machines, but the passivity of the humans using them. Because thinking for yourself is exhausting. It requires uncertainty, reflection, discomfort. But outsourcing your thinking, that feels easy, comfortable, safe, until one day you realize your opinions were shaped by feeds you didn't design, Your attention was guided by systems you don't understand, and your life slowly became a reaction to algorithms instead of a reflection of your own choices. That's why this experiment stayed with me. It was never really about AI. It was about dependence, about how quickly convenience can become obedience without anyone noticing. And maybe the scariest part of all is that no one had to force us into it. We volunteered, one click at a time. In the end, I don't think artificial intelligence is inherently good or evil. It's a tool, a mirror, an amplifier. It reflects whatever humanity already is. And maybe that's why this experiment affected me so deeply. Because the more optimized my life became, the more I was forced to confront a question I had been avoiding for years. What does it actually mean to be human? Is it efficiency, consistency, perfect routines? Or is it the things machines can never truly replicate? Curiosity without purpose, love without logic, art created from pain, moments of silence that don't need to be productive. Maybe being human was never about operating perfectly. Maybe it was about feeling deeply, about choosing consciously, about remaining awake in a world constantly trying to automate our attention. The AI helped me understand something I'll probably never forget. Technology will continue evolving. It will become smarter, faster, more integrated into our lives. But the real battle of the future may not be between humans and machines. It may be between conscious people and people who stop questioning the systems shaping them. And maybe the most rebellious thing you can still do in this world is think for yourself. To slow down, to sit alone with your own thoughts, to decide what truly matters before an algorithm decides for you. Because once we surrender that, we don't just lose control of technology, we lose something far more important, ourselves.